2008. Now I am talking about the land, and I am talking about Lavasa from as a land parcel point of view. What is Lavasa? 7 hills around and the water body in the middle. The books of Vastu Shastra very categorically says, if there is a mountain on the 4 sides and the land between, don't construct the house.
बाद जो हमारे गेस्ट स्पीकर है, राइट, जिनका सेशन जहाँ कहीं होता है, I sit with a pen and paper, and because बहुत सारी information मिलती है, which I personally use in my office at my place as well. I would like to invite our guest, Dr. Raviraj Ahirrao, to express his views on Arthsanket Maharashtra ghost story. Before that, sir, a short introduction. I mean, you can proceed, but I would like to have a short introduction about Vastu Raviraj. Vastu Raviraj is a top international Vastu consultancy group and training institution which is deeply engaged in research, study and practice of Vastu Shastra. It is managed by Vastu Shastra experts under the guidance of founders Dr. Raviraj Ahirrao, PhD in Vastu Shastra, and Mrs. Manjushri Ahirrao, Vastu consultant and Reiki grandmaster, who provides consultancy as well as remedies, education and support to the people who seeks to achieve the boon of Vastu Shastra with over 2 decades of immense Vastu Shastra expertise. Vastu Raviraj has gained colossal foothold in the areas of consultancy, planning and designing, remedies, education and publications, further expanding to a new dynamic spectrum of interior designing and architectural services. Vastu Raviraj also provides quality training on Vastu Shastra. So let's have a big round of applause for Sir and Vastu Raviraj sir.
Namaskar. थोड़ा आवाज कम आया. Namaskar. Yes, that's it. Friends, the conclave is on Maharashtra economic growth, and I'm sure you must be having a question in your mind. Economic growth की conclave में वास्तु consultant का क्या काम? Is it? But my dear friend, at least once I complete my speech, then at least I will say that you must thank NICMAR management and Arthsanket for inviting me here to address this conclave. Because in my last 25 years career, we have been working with more than 1100 plus construction companies. And I'm proud to tell you that more than 510 companies, we with the help of Vastu Shastra brought out of NPA. You will be surprised that how Vastu Shastra can excel or accelerate the growth of whether it is a real estate project or even the construction of commercial industrial projects, infra projects. Not only that, even the performance of industries. So friends, the growth starts from every house. And most of you must be aware that Vastu Shastra means something related to only residential house. No. Let me clear first of all, wherever there is a land to have a foothold, wherever there are 4 walls and a ceiling, and those premises, whether used by human beings or by the animals, the rules of Vastu Shastra are applicable to it. Even I have some clients, those who participate in exhibitions on international levels, even their exhibition stalls are designed on the basis of Vastu Shastra. Why I am telling you all this? Because those exhibition stalls are for 3 to 4 days. But mind well, my dear friend, even that exhibition stall itself is a Vastu. And that particular Vastu also has the rules and regulations of Vastu Shastra. So according to me, the factors of economic growth 5 factors from Vastu perspective I find out, and that is land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, and population growth. Dear friends, all these factors are totally influenced by Vastu Shastra. How? See, whenever you start any project, whether it is house, whether it is a shop, whether it is hotel, hospital, bank, or a factory, just let me tell you, last week I visited one factory at Dahej in Gujarat. The plant is spread across 85 acres, and they placed that particular entire the map, the hard copy map, as well as that map was reflecting on the screen. The moment I saw that map, and I immediately told, that means your project is stuck up. See, I am looking at a map, and within a fraction of a second, by looking at a map, as a Vastu consultant, I am telling them that means your project or your factory is stuck up. Nothing is working there. The MD immediately asked, how can you say like this? I simply told them, the northeast region of your... in fact, if you look at this slide, every slide you will have 5 zones. Rather, that means there are northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest, and the middle region is Brahma. So all 5 regions. And how they play the role in business growth. Ultimately, my dear friend, if it is a growth of a house, the growth of society, growth of the town, district, state, and nation, like that, we are starting, rather, Vastu is working at every level. When I talk about the land, my dear friend, do you know the growth rate of India? Yes, I am talking about the growth rate of India. The growth rate of India was quite slow for a long period. The reason, you know, from Vastu Shastra perspective, the Himalayan mountains on the northeast direction of our country. According to Vastu Shastra, northeast should be lowest in weight, lightweight. It should be open. I'm going to take why it should be open and why morning sun rays should come. But the land is one. The moment when I saw the plot, and the plot was highly, that means there was heaviness in the northeast, and because of that heaviness in the northeast, I simply told the management of that company that because of the heaviness in the northeast, your this factory is at standstill or is not working. Even I would like to tell you that in 2008, now I am talking about the land, and I am talking about Lavasa from as a land parcel point of view. What is Lavasa? 7 hills around and the water body in the middle. The books of Vastu Shastra very categorically says, if there is a mountain on the 4 sides and the land between, don't construct the house. Even if someone gives you money, that land parcel at free of cost also. And then they started. In fact, by 2008, the phase 1 was completed, and I was invited. In fact, they were rushing, or they were trying their level best to launch phase 2. And I was in, but they were not getting the success. So I was invited to have a study from Vastu perspective. Although the chairman of company doesn't believe in Vastu Shastra, as he personally told me in one of the function at Dubai, when I talked to him about all the whereabouts of his projects. So I had a complete analysis, and I submitted my report to them in 2008. You know, I mentioned 4 points in that report. 1, the moment you start phase 2, there will be public agitations. On the basis of Vastu studies of that 7 hills, my first conclusion was, the moment you launch phase 2, there will be public agitations. Number 2, I mentioned you will have lot of problems from government agencies. Number 3, I mentioned that you will have to face a lot of court cases. And number 4, my dear friend, I was very much clear to mention that this project will come to standstill. But I had a fear in my mind because of the people around behind those projects. So I simply used the diplomacy and I mentioned probably this project will come to standstill. And my dear friend, that mail, again in 2011 I sent that mail to them. First in 2008 they didn't bother much about. And in 2011, as I mentioned in 2008, everything is happened in 2010. Even right now also, there is an option for remedies or treatment. But they didn't bother, and you know what happened.